Most traders don't lose money because they don't understand charts. They lose money because they don't understand themselves. You can master every indicator, every strategy, every secret setup, and still fail. Because when fear shows up, your plan disappears. When greed whispers, discipline vanishes. When losses hit, revenge takes over. This audiobook is not about how to trade. It's about how to think like a professional trader. Brett Steenbarger, one of the world's most respected trading psychologists, teaches one powerful truth. The market doesn't beat traders. Traders beat themselves. Today, you'll learn 10 principles that can completely change how you trade, how you think, and how you perform. Whether you trade stocks, crypto, Forex, or futures. Listen carefully, because if you apply even one of these principles correctly, your trading game will never be the same. Trading is not a system. It's not an indicator. It's not a strategy. Trading is a performance skill, just like surgery, sports, or music. A pianist doesn't perform well because they know notes. A surgeon doesn't succeed because they read textbooks. They succeed because they can execute under pressure. Most traders fail because they treat trading like knowledge, not performance. You don't rise to the level of your strategy. You fall to the level of your mental execution. Ask yourself, can I follow my plan when I'm stressed? Can I stay patient when nothing is happening? Can I accept losses without emotional damage? Professional traders train their mind as seriously as their charts. Until you respect trading as a performance profession, you'll always struggle. The best traders don't predict markets better. They understand themselves better. They know when they overtrade, when they become impulsive, when fear takes control, when confidence turns into arrogance. Most traders are blind to their own patterns. They don't journal emotions. They don't review behavior. They only review profits and losses. But the real question is not, did I make money? The real question is, did I trade well? Self-awareness turns mistakes into data. Without it, mistakes turn into habits. If you don't study yourself, you will repeat the same errors again and again, even with a perfect strategy. Many traders chase confidence, but confidence is unstable. It disappears after a loss. It explodes after a win. Professional traders don't rely on confidence. They rely on control. Control over risk, position size, emotional reactions, decision timing. Confidence says, I feel good. Control says, I follow rules even when I don't feel good. The market doesn't reward confidence. It rewards consistency. And consistency comes from control, not emotion. Amateur traders see losses as punishment. Professional traders see losses as feedback. A loss is not saying, you're bad. A loss is saying, something didn't work. Study it. When you personalize losses, you destroy objectivity. When you analyze losses, you grow. Every loss contains data. Was the setup valid? Was the execution clean? Was risk managed properly? Was the trade emotional or planned? The fastest-growing traders don't avoid losses. They extract lessons from them. If losses emotionally hurt you, your identity is tied to outcomes. Detach your ego. Attach your focus to process. The market pays patience far more than activity. Most traders overtrade because they're bored. They fear missing out. They want action. Professionals wait. They wait for clarity. They wait for alignment. They wait for conditions. They understand. Not trading is also a position. Patience is not passive. It's active discipline. One high-quality trade can outperform 10 emotional trades. The market rewards those who can sit quietly, while others rush. Willpower is weak. Structure is strong. Most traders say, I'll control myself next time. Professionals say, I'll design my environment so mistakes are harder. They use fixed risk limits, trade checklists, defined sessions, preset stop losses. They don't rely on motivation. They rely on systems. If your trading requires constant self-control, you will eventually fail. Design rules that protect you when emotions try to sabotage you. Some traders believe, I'm just an emotional person. That's an excuse. Emotional control is trainable, just like muscles. The more you practice emotional regulation, the stronger it becomes. Techniques professionals use: pre-market visualization, breathing under stress, stepping away after losses, mental resets between trades. The goal is not to eliminate emotion. The goal is to prevent emotion from controlling decisions. You can feel fear and still follow your plan. That's mastery. Trading more is not practicing. Practicing deliberately is practicing. Deliberate practice means focusing on specific weaknesses, replaying past trades, simulating scenarios, working on one skill at a time. Professionals don't randomly trade hoping to improve. They isolate problems, poor entries, late exits, impulse trades, overconfidence after wins. And they train those weaknesses intentionally. If you don't practice with purpose, experience alone won't make you better. Your trading environment matters more than you think. Distractions, noise, notifications, pressure. They all affect decision quality. Professionals protect their focus. Clean workspace. Limited screen clutter. No emotional conversations during trading. Clear routines. Chaos outside creates chaos inside. If your environment is unstable, your performance will be unstable too. Create a space that supports clarity, not impulse. The market is not your enemy. Your emotions are not your enemy. Your lack of structure, awareness, and discipline is. Trading success doesn't come from predicting the future. It comes from managing yourself in uncertainty. If you remember only one thing from this audiobook, remember this. The best traders are not the smartest. They are the most self-controlled. You don't need a new strategy. You need a new mindset. Start trading like a professional. Study yourself. Respect risk. Value patience. Focus on process. And slowly, quietly, your trading game will change. Not overnight, but permanently. This is the art of trading.